Hello and welcome to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nikon Sat. The federal government has expressed its condolences to the government and the people of Niger State following the Saturday's petrol tanker explosion at Diko Junction in Gurara local government area. Professor Natiwa, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, described the incident in a strategic as tragic, noting that it claimed many lives and caused extensive property damage. In a related development, the death toll from the petrol tanker explosion at Diko Junction, Niger State has risen to 86, while 55 people were injured and taken to hospital. The Director General of the Niger State Emergency Management Agency, Abdullahi Baware, said that as of Saturday, the death toll was reported as 70, with 50 injured. However, more corpses have been since been recovered, and all have been given a mass burial in Diko, Niger State. Nigeria and Egypt have reached an agreement to enhance their diplomatic relationship and establish a comprehensive partnership aimed at addressing shared challenges and fostering development. The announcement was made by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in a statement issued in Abuja by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tugas, a Special Assistant on Media and Communication Strategy, Alsim Abdul Karidi. Agreement was the outcome of the third round of political consultations held in Cairo between Tuga and his Egyptian counterpart, Badri. Both ministers emphasized the importance of mutual respect for each country's unity, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. The federal government has another claim that it compelled prominent Nigerians to testify in Paris for Nigeria in an ongoing arbitration proceeding involving the $6 billion Mabila hydroelectric power project. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, issued a denial in a statement describing the report as fake news. Multiple reports had earlier claimed that Nigerian government forced former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Muhammadu Buhari, and the former Minister of Power, Babatunde Fashola, to Paris to testify for Nigeria. The Nigeria Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture says that Nigeria's 2024 economic performance was unsatisfactory for the private sector, calling for economic reforms to address the imbalances threatening the private sector in the country. The body explained that all data, metrics and statistics had confirmed that the private sector bore fully the negative burdens of the nation's economy reforms, facing very harsh conditions including high inflation, increased borrowing costs, and the currency devaluation. And now the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has stopped an attempt by a 26-year-old nursing student, Esther Onyejechi, to smuggle 76 wraps of cocaine to India. A statement disclosed by the agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Bafemi, says Esther, a 200-level student at Noida International University, Water, was apprehended at Royal Park Hotel, Sabongari, Kano, hours before Askado Qatar Airways flight to The Hill on 17 January 2025. Now the police in Ondo State says it has apprehended three syndicates, 62-year-old woman, Sabira, and a couple, Isiaka Lukman and Absurd Lukman, allegedly specialized in child stealing and trafficking. Wilfred Afolabi, State Commissioner of Police, said that the suspects were arrested after a case of missing child was reported at Okota Division in Akure. Afolabi said 4 babies between 1 week and 2 months old and 10 children between 2 and 7 years were recovered. Over 200 widows of fallen police officers in Imo State have received support from the Police Officers' Wife Association, POA. The initiative, which included the provision of business equipment and food items, MSU, help beneficiaries establish small-scale businesses to sustain their families. Our correspondent Amar Chipe has the rest of the details.
The president of the association and wife of the Inspector General of Police, Elizabeth Ebetokun led the empowerment program in Owerri, Imo State capital. She highlighted the challenges faced by families of officers who lost their life in active service, calling for greater support for their welfare.
The initiative aims to provide not just financial support, but also skills and resources that will enable these remarkable women to build sustainable livelihoods and secure a brighter future for themselves and their families.
The chairperson of Power in Imo State, Jimaima Aboki, reaffirmed the association's commitment to providing sustainable empowerment for widows.
Back on this important empowerment initiative, let us take a moment and appreciate the unwavering courage and selfless sacrifice embraced by the police officer's wife, particularly the wife of deceased and injured police officers.
Some of the beneficiaries expressed their appreciation for the empowerment program.
I am so happy. I am so very much excited because of today's program, the empowerment, it makes me to feel happy. I am so happy.
I'm a teller. Since all this, I've been working under somebody, but now I thank God I will start my own.
I am a kunu seller. I used to go out and grind every day 1,000, 1,005, at times 2,000. But now with this my machine, it will help me to save some money to support my husband. Shall wipe away my tears.
The Power Empowerment Program have provided much needed relief to widows of fallen officers, offering them tools to rebuild their lives and ensure a better future for their families. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe reporting for Global TV News.
Meanwhile, the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria has called for urgent improvement in healthcare infrastructure and the equitable distribution of human resources across the country to address critical health issues affecting women. The association made this call during its 5th National Executive Council meeting and scientific conference held over 3 days in Jos Plateau State. In a communication issued at the end of the conference, one highlighted the increasing burden of breast and cervical cancer among women in Nigeria, advocating for timely diagnosis, equitable access to treatment, and expanded HPV vaccination programs. The National Assembly Joint Committee on Agricultural Production and Services has reiterated its support for the National Agricultural Development Fund. As part of its broader strategy to enhance food security in Nigeria, the Executive Secretary and the CEO Mohammed Ibrahim said in a statement that the reaffirmation came during the budget defense, where lawmakers pledged to strengthen the fund's efforts in boosting the nation's agricultural sector. In order that the legislators commended the fund for its significant strides in 2024, particularly in facilitating sustainable agricultural development across the country. A federal high court sitting in Lagos has restrained the Federal Road Safety Corps from arresting vehicles with a federal number plate. Justice Akintoye made the order and also restricted the FRCA for imposing any fine or punishment on any drivers for driving with a federal vehicle plate number. The court made the orders while delivering judgment in a suit filed by the legal practitioner Chinwike Chamalian against the court. The Nigerian Immigration Service has issued an alert on the emergency of a new sect for Life Missions International, which it says is neither linked to Islam nor Christianity, but preaches restoration of African tradition. This is contained in a circular dated 14 January 2025 and signed by the Principal Staff Officer for the Controller General, Dr. Adedutun Aribe. The service urged all the directorate zones, training institutions, commands, and border formations to take note. The sect has its headquarters in Kaduna, while its leader, One Yokana, lives in Jos. Watching live broadcasts of News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital. When News Cycle returns, President-elect Donald Trump is in Washington ahead of the inauguration. We shall bring you the details as well as business, sports, and foreign stories right after this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and many thanks for staying with us here on the news cycle. Now to business news. The League of Northern Democrats has rejected the derivation from proposed in the ongoing tax reform discussions, warning that it could deepen regional inequalities if not properly defined. The group commended the Nigeria's Governors Forum for endorsing a revised value-added tax sharing formula of 50% based on equality, 30% on derivation, and 20% on population. Meanwhile, the Federation account revenue has been shared to the federal government, state, and the local government councils. In a statement by the Director of Press and Public Relations Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, Bauer, said this revenue was shared at the January Federation Account Allocation Committee meeting in Abuja. The communique indicated that gross revenue of 2.310 trillion naira was available in December 2024, adding that total deduction for cost of collection was 84.380 billion naira, while total transfers, interventions, and refunds were 801.135 billion naira. Nigeria targets an export market of up to $79 billion through the expansion of our export capacity with Africa Continental Free Trade Area Framework. Our Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumake, said these at a high-level roundtable on the country's implementation of the Africa Free Trade Protocols in Abuja, featuring Secretariat Secretary General Wamkele Ibeni Odowole, praised Nigeria's participation in the development of Africa Free Trade and leadership in the implementation of the trade agreement. And on to the United States of America from the foreign scene. Trump has eaten Washington ahead of his inauguration, with the billionaire Republican set to attend a series of events and celebrations. And now, before reclaiming the presidency, Trump earlier arrived with his wife, Melania, and all the family members at Dulles International Airport, headed to a private event, including a fireworks show at his golf club in Virginia outside Washington. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says a ceasefire scheduled to commence on Sunday by 8:30 a.m. will not take effect unless Hamas provides a list of hostages to be released, with the militant group saying that the delay was due to what it called technical reasons. Netanyahu said in a statement the Prime Minister instructed his country's defense leadership that the scheduled ceasefire will not begin until Israel has received a list of released hostages, as Hamas has continued to be providing. United States President-elect Donald Trump named controversial movie legends and long-standing supporters Sylvester Stallone and Jon Voight as a special envoys to Hollywood in the bid to make the entertainment industry stronger. The trio of stars will have 10 Oscars nominations between them, and 3 wins stand out in Tinseltown, breaking ranks with the bulk of their colleagues who have long leaned to the Democrats. But all 3 are as famous for their personal lives as the politics, and 2, like Trump, have been in the various serious scrapes with law enforcement. A Russian strike has killed 4 people in the Ukrainian capital Kyiv. An official said that the strike in what the country's foreign minister called a heinous attack with ballistic missiles left at least 3 more wounded, while a separate overnight strike on the southern city wounded 10. Kyiv is frequently targeted by Russian drones and missiles, but deaths are rare in the capital, which is heavily protected by their air defense systems and be better able to fend off attacks than elsewhere in the country. And now getting to sports, football fans are in for a treat today with the action-packed fixtures that will unfold between the Premier League and La Liga. Now the Premier League, Everton hosts Tottenham Hotspur and Goodison Park in a highly anticipated clash, which at the same time Manchester United hold the Brinton at Old Trafford, while in the form Nottingham Forest are facing Southampton at the City Ground. Now to Lionel Messi got on the score sheet as Inter Miami opened their preseason campaign with a penalty shootout victory over Mexico's clubs America in Las Vegas. And now Argentina superstar Messi headed home. Luis Suarez crossed from close range after 34 minutes to equalize for the Major League Soccer side after America had taken the lead through Henry Martin moment earlier. The Super Eagles defender Kenneth Tomorrow has dismissed the possibility of playing in the Nigeria Premier Football League again, instead expressing interest in the scouting and developing new talents within the league. And the former Chelsea player shared his vision during the live expert session co-hosted with the fellow in-Nigeria's international Wilfred Ndidi and Asisa Oshola, along with other Nigerian journalists. And that's the package coming to you live from Nigeria's capital here on News Cycle. A reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365. The start time channel 276 and free to air. Like and site, you can follow us on the social media platform at Global TV NG. We'll continue to track the news and bring you to speed with the latest development. My name is Edikan Michael. Thanks for watching. See you again.